Hello everyone and welcome! So, in this video I have no good news for you. Ukraine is under attack. So far, every day things have gone only worse. And that's exactly why you need to step up and help them. Yes, you watching this video. Countries all over the world, they're doing too little, but they are doing something. They're trying to do their best to help Ukraine without sending their men to die on the field and without destroying their own countries. So they are trying to do their part. Now, it's time you do yours. One way is by watching this video. And you may think, how? Well, so I'm gonna give up a promise. Every penny earned with this video, while there's war in Ukraine, this war that's currently started, it started on 24th of February 2022. Until the end of the war, every penny I earn with this video that I will be uploading under multiple names, every penny it earns will be donated to Ukraine. And you may think, well, but how can you help? You, the person one. So, first of all, subscribe to my channel, because by the time I'm making this video, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. Therefore, I'm not earning a single penny by this video yet, and therefore, I'm not earning anything to give from this video. Because, well, I don't have too much money, so yes. And now that you have hopefully subscribed, let's move on to another thing. Well, you may think, but how can you help? There are two ways. First of all, I will probably put some links you can donate to down in the description if you want to financially help Ukraine. But there's also another option. Watch this video and another such topic with the videos close name to this, and watch them full length. So YouTube algorithm, first of all, recommends them to others, and secondly, so that we will earn more ad revenue to later donate to Ukraine. But why Ukraine needs donations in first place? You have probably heard that in 2014 there was a war in Ukraine. And so with this war, they lost control over Crimea, and it's very important to say it that way. They lost control over Crimea. They have not lost Crimea. They have not given it up. It's occupied, but it's legally it's theirs. And another big part of war, more important one, was in the east, in Donbas region. And so there are two small rebel things that say they're countries. Well, actually they are not. Only one recognizing them is Russia. Of course, it makes sense. And they recognized these countries just before the attack. But now, so why do they need help? Well, if on border with Russia, things went quiet. Then on this front, the separatists, backed by Russia, kept bombarding and shooting regular Ukrainians. And yes, there were quieter periods and more fireful of periods, but it never actually was shut down completely. But you may think, well, yes, some artillery. So, what about it? Well, that's one of the reasons the big war started. So, of course, Russia brought in troops to neighboring provinces, I would say in at least December, if not before, and they only brought more and more and more, and US and allies were like, well, they're gonna attack. Most of the people were like, nah, no way. But then on 24th February, early 24th February, they did. And you may think, so, what about it? Well, first of all, Ukraine, you see, it's a really big country. But it's getting attacked by very much bigger country. By population means it was somewhere around 40 million, I guess, before the war. Well, Russia is over 120 million, for sure. Maybe even a bit more people. Militarily, the numbers are also very badly in the way of Russia. And not only is Russia attacking Ukraine, but also is Belarus. And that makes it very difficult for Ukraine. They're having really long border to defend, also on other fronts. And they're getting constantly bombed, not only military targets, as Russia says, but also civilian targets and towns all over Ukraine. Well, less in western region, but still, this one is getting hit sooner or later as well. And now, on the first day, they already opened fronts from the south, where they actually have made pretty big progress. I think they're somewhere here. They themselves say that they have taken Kherson, but Ukraine says it's encircled, but by the time I'm making this video they have not confirmed the losing of the city. So in south things are bad. In the east, small progress, but things are still bad. There they have made like long but small bushes, long and thin bushes. They're trying to encircle areas and reach Kiev from this side as well, and they're trying to cut it through and encircle these forces. And then the main force is going for Kiev. Already on the first day, they tried to. Oh, not tried to. They started bombing Kharkiv, one of the biggest cities in all of Ukraine. But then, later, some couple of days later, less than a week later, they realized their first plan didn't work. And so instead of just some random bombing on civilian, now they are targeting civilian objects. Not mainly, but they are specifically targeting them with large scale bombings, and they're also using some illegal ammunition and bomb types as well as using men's without marking of Russian army and with the marking of Ukrainian army, and that's actually illegal by the war laws. So yes, Russians are not fighting it fair, and they are pretty close to Kiev, trying to take it. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians already are in Poland. They also need help because I have information that on the border there are thousands of children and child and women who just have nowhere to go currently logistically, because there are more of Ukrainians coming from the border than all of than allies and Poles can transport with their current resources. That's also one thing that needs our help. But also what needs help is military, because you probably have heard for years that Russia is strong and all that kind of stuff. They have really big military might, and estimations vary. Some say that 25 to 40% of Russians are on the border, but some say some even say that up to 75 might be on the border with Ukraine. So it might seem like the war is already lost, but it's lost on the day that the West and Ukrainian people say it's lost. Until then, even if they take Kiev, Kharkiv, it doesn't matter. People will keep fighting on. It's not lost until it's lost mentally. So, they need their help. They need your help to protect these lines. Of course, on Hearts of Reform map, I cannot show you the exact front line, but from there, outskirts of Kiev, all the way to Kherson. Like, there should not be connection yet, but probably soon there is. Then it will be just one long line. And also there, somewhere here, is a very famous small island called Snake Island. There was this incident with Russian military ship. Russian military ship basically said that, well, we are a Russian military ship, you better lay down your weapons. Well, you hopefully have seen this video. If you haven't, I think I will link it down below. Basically, Ukrainians, how should I say it without getting demonetized? Say it, go F-word yourself, is what they're translating it to in English. Well, in Russian or Ukrainian it sounds better, but yes. So, and of course they didn't lay down weapons. Reportedly they actually retaliated through attacks. Then, well, they ran out of ammunition, and they had to give up. So now to imprison, respect for them, and also all other Ukrainian soldiers, but not only soldiers, also everyone in Ukraine and in the whole world helping Ukraine in their struggles. For example, if you're in random place in USA, for example, in the middle of USA, you may think, well, this is not my war. Why should I care? Well, because it's not your war now. But if Putin gets the signal that the world, especially the people of the world and leaders of the world, are not against him, if we cannot stop him enough and not take him down, then it's pointless. Because, well, if there is no resistance, if everyone is with him, or well, not with him, but not strongly against him, then he will just take Ukraine. Of course, not like, hopefully, not 100% occupy it, but you know, some parts occupy, some parts puppet by means of fire. In real life, basically put government that he likes to power and controls Ukraine. He has already during this war threatened Finland if they want to do anything like cooperate with NATO, then well, they get the war. Even before the war, Lukashenko, the leader of Belarus, targeted Baltic states that are actually members of NATO. Alright, in this game I cannot show it, but we're all members of NATO. And we were basically told that oh, no way, like Russia and Belarus would never start the war. But in case that us, three evil Baltic states, if we start the war against Russia or Belarus, then our independence will be destroyed for forever. We just basically evaporate from the world. And you may think, well, you know, every leader and every country once in a while does something, but yeah, no way that they have done something like this before, right? Well, wrong. So during World War, well, actually not during World War, after World War II, with borders, they took small parts of Estonia called Petserimaa and three small municipalities after this lake of Narva. Well, no, not lake, after on the other side of the river of Narva. They took this. They took Karjala and the basic Karjala region. This place and a lot of also small province not in the north. They took portion of Latvia. They moved Poland to take this, like up to here. Before World War One, well, I mean World War Two actually. About here was the border of Poland. They just took it, like this part. It has never before the World War II actually belonged to Germany. To Russia. It was always German. Then, after the destruction of Soviet Union, they gifted this Crimean peninsula to Ukraine. Now they retook it. They were in fact control of these small states. And well, in 2008, the Crimea War, well, not Crimea, Georgian War, and I think maybe even before that, there was also another war. So yes, this Ossetia and Abkhazia, these parts, yes, they were in military ways taken from Georgia by Russia. This mountain Karabakh, basically, this is disputed area between these two countries of Armenia and Azerbaijan. Well, and who profits? And who actually has provoked this multiple times? Russia. Now, but that's not it. So they have taken part in Libyan conflict, this big messy conflict here. They have traded their guns to all of this very stable and definitely not in a ton of wars Africa for, well, support and some resources. So they have basically exploited Africa. Then, well, yeah, this island, it's not like they actually took it from Japan or anything. Nah, definitely not. Well, I think that's actually enough. And most of these. Oh, yeah, well, actually, they also tried to invade Afghanistan in the 80s. To bigger their influence. After World War, they suppressed operations in Praha, Budapest and Bucharest, like the people of these three countries. Also, they held all of this eastern part of Europe under their control militarily, suppressing the people. In Russia, there have been multiple people who were not liked by Putin. They're just happened to get, like, for example, hit by a train or you know, some scientists who told that, well, Russia was not ready for COVID. They just accidentally fell from skyscrapers. 3 of them. In just a couple of days. You know, accidents happen. They also have poisoned some people who had courage to tell what Russia has done and other stuff like that. So yeah, there have been reports that some prisoners have been who are not executed, or also killed, but they're getting tortured, especially in this area, by the orders of Russia. So we need to stop it. In Ukraine, it's better option to later try to stop them in Poland, Germany, France, or United States of America or UK. So we need to stop them there. We need to stop them now. For more support more, you can donate so much as you want. You probably can give them materialistic, like physical aid. And if you're a man and you want to help them out militarily, if you're over 18, you should be able to go there by volunteer legion. So yes. And now, finally, to Ukrainian people. I am with you. My viewers are with you. Glory to Ukraine. and I think it was SLAVA Ukraine. Thank you. We all hope the best outcome will happen.